This is the Horse Radio Network. This is episode 221 of Horse Tip Daily, a different horse tip, a different equine topic, a different equestrian expert every day. Horse Tip Daily brings the world of equine knowledge to you one day at a time. Today's tip is sponsored by EcoGold. You can find them at ecogold.ca. Enjoy today's tip. I am Glenn the Geek from Lexington, Kentucky, horse capital of the world, and you're listening to Horse Tip Daily. Well, we're back, and I have a special guest with me today, a very good dear friend of mine, and she also works for one of our very good sponsors here on the Horse Radio Network, Succeed. And she has a message today that I think is very important that we thought we'd help get out, and it's also going to be our tip of the day, our hint of things that you should pay attention to. So I'm going to bring on Lindsay in just a moment, my friend Lindsay, who also has done a couple of tips for us here on Horse Tip Daily, and we'll be back with some more on digestion and on horse health. But today she's here to speak about the health of your head, and we're going to be right back with that after I tell you a little bit about my friends at EcoGold. EcoGold, as we've spoken about many times here on Horse Tip Daily, provides you the high-performance saddle pads and horse boots that are non-slip, 100% breathable, and the ultimate in comfort and protection for your horse. They're made with the high-end materials and a state-of-the-art design. EcoGold's innovative products are the choice of top riders like Philip Dutton, McLean Ward, Ashley Holzer, Karen O'Connor, Boyd Martin, and our good friend Jessica Phoenix. For more information about these fantastic line of products, you can find it at ecogold.ca. I highly encourage you to check out ecogold.ca, and you'll find top-quality saddle pads and horse boots like you won't find anyplace else. We're a believer in ecogold.ca. And now, on to my friend Lindsay White from Succeed, and with a very special message for us today. Well, hi, Lindsay, and welcome back to Horse Tip Daily. We appreciate you coming back on. It's been a while.
Hi, Glenn. How are you?
Good. Now, we get on and you talk about intestines and stomachs and things like that. But today we're talking about heads.
We are indeed.
So tell me, this is sort of a special episode we're doing here, and the hint is obviously wearing helmets. That's the hint we're doing today. But we also wanted to talk about something that you've put together and, you know, the importance of it and what's coming up. So tell us about, you've put together something called ridersforhelmets.com. Tell us why you did that and where it came from.
The campaign was actually co-founded by Succeed, obviously ourselves, and Jerry Bryant, who's a dressage rider and fan of Courtney King Dye living out in California. And following Courtney's accident back in March now, we set up an eBay store to raise money for her medical expenses. And Jerry approached us about carrying a helmet campaign T-shirt for the eBay store, which was very kind of her. She donated the design of the T-shirt so we could sell it to raise funds for Courtney. And one thing led to another, and we talked amongst ourselves about setting up a helmet awareness website. Which has the endorsement of USIF, USDA, USDF, and many other organizations, as well as leading equestrians.
Well, congratulations on that. Getting the endorsement, all of those in the same place is difficult enough.
Yeah, it is. Thank you. And the website address is www.riders, with an S, the number 4, and helmets, with an S.com. And that's been set up, for about 6 weeks now, and we've got some really great educational information on there as to why people should wear a helmet, statistics regarding, equestrian-related head injuries. We've got a photo gallery on there that people can email us their photos of them wearing a helmet, which is really cool, and there's a forums page for people to share their helmet-wearing stories as well.
Hey, wait a minute, I haven't sent my picture over yet.
You need to do that.
I know. Now I'm going to have to do that. All right. Now
you better get on that.
I know. And, I'm seeing here that you have an article on the homepage, right, by Julie Goodnight, who, of course, is a friend of Horse Tip Daily, who does tips on here all the time.
That's right. Yeah, we actually have some really good articles. The homepage of the website is a blog, so that's been updated, every day to every 2 days. We're trying to put a new article on there. And we've had, things from Robert Dover, Ilsa Schwartz, Julie Goodnight, some really leading equestrians have contributed to this. So please feel free to go check out all the posts, and there's actually an archive where you can read all the previous posts as well. And there's kind of a fun one up there right now, too, that we just put on there yesterday, which is top 10 reasons to wear a helmet.
I saw that. You know what? We're going to have you back next week, and we're going to have to do those one day on the show here.
Yeah, I think that's kind of a fun one.
It's kind of cute. This is right up my alley here.
Yeah. So one thing led to another. We got the website set up, and then we started to talk with the helmet manufacturers about organizing National Helmet Awareness Day, which is basically a day on which the helmet manufacturers have come together to offer discounts nationwide through participating retailers, and that's actually set for July 10th. And on that day, we now have Charles Owen, Troxel, GPA, Aegis, which is the Debonair helmets, and Ovation has now come on board as well. And they're, like I say, offering discounts nationwide through their participating retailers. Retailers can contact the manufacturers directly to become involved, and they can email us on the ridersforhelmets.com website if they would like listing on there as a participating retailer.
Okay.
That's really exciting. So, that's the first time there's ever been a National Helmet Awareness Day, and certainly the first time all of the manufacturers have worked together to make sure that price isn't, a factor with regards to people purchasing helmets. It's a great chance if people have had a fall in the helmet and should have really gone out and replaced it and haven't got around to doing it, they can use the discounts on that day as an opportunity to do so. If their helmet's more than 5 years old, you should always replace your helmet. If it's more
that's
than
the biggie.
5 years old.
Yeah, that's the biggie.
Most people don't even realize that. And,
No.
Your helmet is not providing the protection it should. It can get old, it can get warped and crack, and people don't know that that's even happening.
Well,
so
and the foam that the helmets are made of actually biodegrades like any foam over a period of time.
Exactly.
And especially if you've had it outside or in weather or things like that, that increases the degradation of the foam. I don't even know if that's a word, but it increases that and makes it go quicker. And actually, if you really wanted to be safe, you should, after 4 years, consider replacing your helmet. And what happens is people, time goes by. You and I just said, well, this week went by really fast. And then the months go by and the years go by, and you're wearing your helmet. You don't even think about it. But most helmets have a date inside, the manufacturer date. And in there, you'll see the manufacturer date. And if yours is over 5 years old, then what date is the National Helmet Campaign, the discount day?
It's July 10th.
So on July 10th, which is a Saturday, so nobody has an excuse not to do it, you can go replace that helmet at a discount at all of those. You got a lot of retailers here, too, on your website that are participating.
Yeah, there's actually, on the website, there's actually a page which is Helmet Awareness Day retailer list, and that is being updated daily with participating retailers. So it's really quite an extensive list right now, which is great because it's retailers, encompassing the states all over the country. So it's very exciting. And also on that day, we plan to hold an event at the Kentucky Horse Park to honor National Helmet Awareness Day. And we're still finalizing details of exactly who's going to be there and participating.
I'll be there.
You'll be there.
I'll be there with my helmet on, just in case you decide to beat me or put me on a horse or something.
The Horse Radio Network will be there. Reese Stanfield, who obviously is someone you guys are familiar with.
I saw Reese last night. We spent, we got to see her last night for a little while. She's a very popular dressage rider here in Lexington.
She's also the rider advocate for the safety program for USEF, so she's going to be there. We're in discussions right now. We're talking about having a neurologist there. We're going to have a representative from the Equestrian Medical Safety Association. Watch this space. We're also hoping to confirm with Frankie Lovato, another name that you know.
Yeah.
The Eclipse Award-winning jockey to be there.
Is he going to bring an Equicizer down?
I hope he will.
And Frankie, of course, is known for his Equicizer. That's the machine that can teach you to ride, looks like a horse, and acts like a horse.
Which actually used a lot for rehabilitation of head injuries.
Yep.
That's what the Equicizers can
Gets them used to the movement and things like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're hoping he will confirm participation of the event. So certainly on the ridersforhelmets.com website, we're going to be updating what's exactly is going to be happening at the Kentucky Horse Park on July 10th and who will be there. And we're hoping to get some television and local newspaper coverage for that as well, which will be fantastic. So keep checking the website, and we'll be giving you all kinds of good updates, and send us your photographs, get involved with the forums on there. And more importantly, go out and get a new helmet on July 10th while you have the chance at a discount.
All right, so that's July 10th, National Helmet Awareness Day. And for our regular listeners, they know that we at the Horse Radio Network really are advocates and have been for a long time for wearing helmets anytime you're on a horse or even lunging. We come from the Pony Club background, so helmets, wearing helmets and helmet safety is very important when you're growing up in Pony Club, whether it's in England or here. And so we're big advocates of that. And there's so many cool styles of helmets now. It used to be that people could say, would say that, well, they're dorky or whatever. There's just some really cool ones, whether you ride Western or English or whatever you ride anymore.
Absolutely, yeah. There's some very, very cool helmets out there, and, in a variety of colors and looks. And I don't think these days that, people saying that helmets are unflattering can really...
I got to figure out how to get Troxel to send me one of their Cheyenne Rowdy helmets, the Western-looking helmets.
I'm sure if they listen to this, they might just...
I love that one, Troxel. Send me one, please. I'll give you my head size. I just think that was really cool. Well,
there you go.
This is great, Lindsay, and this is where I'm going to embarrass you by saying Lindsay has been working on this really on her own time. She's not getting paid to do this. She still works for Succeed, and thanks Succeed also for participating in this. And I have to disclaim that Succeed is a big sponsor of the Horse Radio Network, and we appreciate that too. But I want to thank you on behalf of all the riders out there and all the heads that will be saved because of what you're doing. You have been working night and day on this on your own dime, not really having a life. And I know that because we try and get you to go out every once in a while, and that doesn't happen. So we're going to try and fix that this weekend.
Credit due to Jerry as well, because, if it wasn't for Jerry donating T-shirts, this Riders for Helmets website and certainly National Helmet Awareness Day wouldn't be happening either. So,
well, thank you to Lindsay and Jerry for what you guys are doing. And check it out. Go to ridersforhelmets.com. You can also find them on Facebook. You can search for Riders for Helmets, and that's the number 4. You can find them on Facebook as well, so they can follow you there. And we look forward to being a part of it.
And Twitter too. Riders for Helmets on Twitter.
Oh, cool. Mm-hmm. Okay. And I know you're going to be on the Stable Scoop Radio Show on next Friday. Let's see, what date is that? The 2nd. We're doing a special helmet awareness show, and for National Helmet Awareness Day, and you're going to be on as a co-host, and we're going to have some very special guests and some very poignant guests who have experienced what can happen, the losses that can happen when you don't wear a helmet. So it's going to be kind of an emotional show, but a very important show, and we ask you to join us over at stablescoop.com. And of course, that's the flagship show of the Horse Radio Network with Helena B. and I and Lindsay next week. Well, thank you, Lindsay, and we look forward to seeing you soon.
Thank you so much, Glenn.
Well, thank you to my friend Lindsay for joining us here today at Horse Tip Daily and for bringing that message. We appreciate all the work she's doing on behalf of the horse riding heads everywhere. Don't forget, you can stop by horsetipdaily.com, and we'll put the links. This is episode 221. We'll put the links on the show notes for episode 221 out to the various websites that Lindsay talked about, and we really appreciate her being part of the show today. Well, we'll be back tomorrow with another new expert and another new horse tip. Until then, stay safe, everyone.